Welcome to CATtheMinion YouTube channel. My name is Teresa, but you can call me Cat. Doing card of the day. I'm using the Morgan-Greer. I did clear and shuffle it already, so I'm going to go ahead and get a card. I almost had one come out. The camera's shaking. It's because I have my foot on the desk. Oh, god damn it. There's a whole stack of them just slid out. So the Lovers, I knew that was going to come out. Number 6, it's Gemini energy. It's the Twin Flame card. It's also healing, communication, choice. Four of Pentacles inverted. That's the Sun in Capricorn. Inverted, though, that tells me Moon energy. And possibly Saturn retrograde as well. I'm getting this like Mickey Mouse or like Dead Mouse energy up there with the three together. It's also giving me Devil energy because there's 3 of them. 3 times 5, 15. You have the Ten of Cups inverted. There's the 10. Mars and Pisces energy. Pisces ruled by Neptune. I think it's retrograde, but let me actually look that up because I got this yesterday. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Neptune retrograde in Pisces, June 22nd, retrograde until November 28th. Okay. So I was right about Neptune and retrograde. What am I doing here? Mars. So Mars is in Aries right now. And then this came out for me. 3 of Pentacles inverted. Mars in Capricorn. Okay. So these go together. So we have 17 inverted total. And the energy has to do with Neptune and Saturn. Let me look up Saturn retrograde too. Retrograde. Oh, right up in the air. 5 months. Okay, so Saturn retrograde through September 29th. And I think it's in Capricorn again right now. Okay, so yesterday the card of the day was about Neptune and Uranus retrograde, which is coming up, but hasn't happened yet. Particularly between the 14th and 19th, the 15th and 19th of this month. Now here I've got 17, so this looks like something that's going to be happening on the 17th. So I have 7 inverted pentacles. 7 of Pentacles energy is Saturn in Taurus. But we're getting these cards separate because the energies are reading Mars and the Sun in Capricorn. Now the sun is Leo energy. We're in Leo right now, right? Sun in Leo, but we're getting the other fire element from Aries energy. But there's a lot of red and yellow here. Root energy, solar energy. This is like unhappiness. Now with the Mars energy, the Emperor energy, all of these cards inverted, it's like a lack of maturity or being overly controlling of your environment in ways that you weren't able to build anything satisfying. The energy also indicates the star. 17 is the star, which is Aquarius energy, which is ruled by Uranus. So the fact that I already said this indicates the 17th happens in that time period yesterday when I was talking about Uranus and Neptune. But here we have Saturn energy dictating emotional content, actually. Where's my Ten of Cups again? Saturn and Pisces. Both inverted. Depends when the water's upside down. It's the rain. 8. Yeah, 17 ultimately breaks down to 8, which is strength, which is Leo, which goes back into that sun energy. If I paired 8 with 6, the lovers, that's temperance, which is Sagittarius energy, which is the fire element that's missing. But it also combines with the lovers because lovers is Gemini, and then Sagittarius is the south node because the Gemini is the north node right now. So the strong nodal energies are still at play, and you can see how these outer retrograde planets have to do with these sort of, it's sort of it's kind of like saying, it's like forcing you to make a choice, or a choice is being made for you in terms of learning to work with others, or knowing what to hold on to and what to let go of. What things that you're doing, actual things that you're doing that are causing your internal world to suffer. The 10 here also indicates a completion. I also see the wheel with number 10. So it's sort of like when the wheel turns, that Sagittarius energy is at play because the wheel is Jupiter. Now I do also see this potentially, the lovers, as continuation from yesterday, as a possible love relationship dealing with some clearing and restructuring. 7 pentacles total. 7 is the it's harvest, it's patience, right? So it's sort of impatience leading to unhappiness. an idea of ignoring universal timing and ending up sort of defeated and feeling like the star is never in your favor, right? Wishing in one hand, you know, it's like you can wish in one hand and crap in the other and see which gets filled first. It's, you know, I've been holding resources and I've been trying to build something and nothing ever happens. And I am eternally butthurt. And that's sort of, I feel like the inverted Mars energy is like doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. And the only energy that's coming in upright, Gemini. It's like a duality, maturity and immaturity, balancing out masculine, feminine, dark and light. It's the decision, it's the meeting of the opposites, whereas the next card after 7, which is what's here, potentiality, the Chariot is the union of the opposites. This is the meeting of them. So there's the energy. It's like the energy is getting more specific. First there was a window, like a portal window between the 15th and the 19th, and then like the eye of the needle is going to be the 17th. So let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. The King of Swords. Okay. So King of Swords. Oh, of course. Capricorn and Aquarius with Heir of Air. So I've been getting Seals and Crofts Summer Breeze stuck in my head for a couple days. So we're in summer in the northern hemisphere. We have this air energy. Aquarius, Gemini, the King of Air, Heir of Air. It's like the winds of change. And Summer Breeze in my music deck is, let me check, I think it's, I need to figure out which one it is. I need to look at my thing. Oh, it's not in there. Wait, I know. Hopefully this won't start playing on me because that's gonna screw me up. Where am I at? Summer Breeze. I think it's Cups. Yeah, it's the 9 of Cups, which would be that sort of fulfillment, contentment energy. It's distracting me. Okay. So that was just an earworm that relates to the 9 of Cups. But the King here can be a 1 or a 14. Now 14 is that balance again, but 14 also breaks down to 5, which is a pivot. So again, it's that shift, that it's sort of like an electric brainstorm, like eureka moment of the truth. Now the King of Swords energy here, Capricorn and Aquarius, those are both already at play in here, which is why those Capricorn energies are coming out of the split of the pentacles into the 2 smaller segments. Alright, so 5 and 4, that's 9, 5 and 3, that's 8, 5 and 10, 15, that is the Devil, which I did detect already. 5 and 6, that's 11. So that's 11 is a a universal timing. It's also the twin flame number. So it's sort of like, if Seven of Pentacles has to do with patience and like a harvest time, this is sort of like, and then there's also wheel energy present. It's saying like this time clock is sliding into place. It's like tick, 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 ding kind of a thing. So no, 11 is also justice or strength depending on the deck. So there's a lot of there's this background energy of, you know, not being able to manifest happiness. It's not fair, turning into this like universal truth and healing. Again, there's also this idea of a twin flame relationship turning towards a better tide, or someone experiencing this sort of opening of the world always feeling against you, because it doesn't have to be specifically twin flame, it doesn't have to be specifically relationship at all, but there's a lot of indication that it has to do with you and someone else that you're dealing with on a cosmic level. Now this could also be dealing with resolving past relationships. I had an interesting dream sequence last night / this morning, and I was very curious about it, because sometimes I have dreams where there's characters that appear that are like people that I know that are there in place of other people that I know, and it makes it sort of like complicated. It's like here's this person, I'm like, why is it happening with this person? It's like, well, because for some reason your subconscious won't finish the dream if it's actually the person that it is. It's a weird, like, double kind of a system. But the main point is, I think what was happening is that my dream was actually resolving some past interaction with somebody in order to heal a wound that needs to be closed and completed, 10 completion, in order so that I can move forward with what I need to do now, like in terms of relationships with completely separate other people. So what I'm seeing here, that's sort of an aside, that like if that's happening for me, I think that part of this isn't just healing stuff between you and your person, it's any emotional wounding that keeps you from your ultimate truth and mental clarity in terms of relationships with other people. It's like you don't choose to be like psycho in dealing with your lover. It's sort of an accumulation of debris from other relationships that you've been in, either familial or romantic or platonic or whatever, and it has to, like, all this crap, sort of like rejection, isolation, abuse, abandonment, any of those kinds of things. It's and again, all these exterior planets do have to do with consciousness, so it's like healing in your subconscious feeds into your ability to resolve stuff that's going on in the material world. And we do have here this nakedness has to do more with vulnerability than, you know, being like, oh, look at the titties, you know. It's not, it's like in terms of the reading today, it's not nudity for the purpose of sex energy. It's like an openness and a vulnerability. There's a like a sacral chakra healing where pain and shame and guilt kind of dissolve so that you feel comfortable in your environment and the ability to share with other people. And there is a physical element of that. It's like the positive aspect of fire, right? We have all three of the fire signs represented here, and there's hostility that can be heat, like anger. Like if you're in a relationship with somebody, you can be like, "Oh, I hate you," and then the other energy is like, "I love you." But the "I love you" energy, in terms of fire, comes out sort of sexually, or but it doesn't have to be um, like extreme, like "ooh, let's fuck like rabbits." It's like a contained sensuality. Where it's not like gratuitous. It's just there, and that's sort of the way 14 temperance, the way that fire can be tempered, so that there's like an emotive quality to it. So I'm going to see if there's anything else I want to say. Let me get one more card. I feel like I need... Yeah, it's the Five of Wands. I was thinking about this card. Saturn and Leo. So when dealing with this Aries energy, there is... And the Martian energy inverted is actually a lot like this energy. Combative, right? That's the heat. I need to win. You're not listening to me. You're wrong. But it's also this idea of a time for a pivot. This idea that we're dealing with this Capricornian, Saturnian energy in Leo is really speaking a lot to the other fire energies at play of Mars and Aries and the Sagittarius node that have to do with essentially like healing the fire element. Because this is being directly answered. Notice how there's a lot of blue on both of those cards. It's being directly answered by the King of Swords. Right? Healing immaturity in the throat chakra, opening up the truth. Oh, look at this. Okay, so we have the branches with a few leaves. I noticed that he was looking kind of green with all those leaves. And then we have the Lover's card, which is fully green. So there's a progression here. Right? 5, 5, 6. I need a 7th card. Do I want the bottom of it? No, let me split the deck. I don't want to judge it. I'm just going to shuffle one out. I saw the Queen of Pentacles, but I was feeling like I was in too much control of it. So this came out kind of cockeyed. It's the Ace of Swords. So the challenge in this whole reading really is what is the ultimate truth? Death and rebirth. Again, there's a lot of very sexual energy. I'm gonna keep this upright because it came out kind of like that. But it's this idea of the clock is ticking. It's like the hand on the clock. There's air and fire here, so it's, I mean, essentially what's being shifted during this time is actually the masculine suits. But there's this feminine element of creation and manifestation as well. We did have cups, but it came in inverted. There isn't really a lot of emotion here. It's like undercurrent, an undercurrent. Right? The root of the sadness is um, like uh, like a heated immaturity, like almost like willful ignorance combined with avoidance of the truth. Right? It's like you can't handle the truth. But as long as you're over here not handling the truth, this is like a circle jerk. Um, there's going to continue to be unhappiness. And it's like this doesn't necessarily mean happiness, but if you think of love as being the opposite of the hate and anger, then it should also follow that love holds the antithesis to sadness as well. Because sadness really comes from a lack of the feeling of love, right? It's like, I don't love my situation, therefore I'm unhappy. Let's see if I'm getting any other energy from here. I'm just really feeling these clouds, though. Again, I'm just like really getting the winds of change. Sort of, like the hurricane is like a metaphor of the wheel, but it's also a funnel and like a toroidal energy. I think these retrogrades have a lot to do with the feedback loop in the universe and information that hasn't been accessed sort of coming out of the ether. I don't want to talk anymore about this right now. I think if I keep talking, that it's just going to get kind of convoluted. So I have 7 cards here. I think that's enough. This was supposed to be a card of the day, and I'm feeling lately that they're going to just continue to be extended. I don't really have the energy to do any other readings, so whenever I do these daily card pulls and it comes out multiples, whether I'm able to do them every day or every few days for a while here, it seems like there's more energy at play. I really feel like there's more messages, though. What am I missing? Ten of Cups. Pisces. There's something missing here. There's something missing, and it's bothering me. What am I not seeing? 15, 6, 3, 6. 10. This idea of fighting over dominance in a relationship. Not wanting to be equal with somebody else. They're sort of like what's mine is mine and what's yours is mine kind of energy. Fighting over resources, whether it's actual resources or energy resources. And that's coming to a close with this energy. It's saying, this idea of you need to come in balanced and humbled at some point, and in your truth, and including those lower chakras, right? You need to accept who you are in your root, in your sacral chakra, which is actually very watery. That's where that Neptune energy comes in. And in the solar chakra, which is the Leo energy. The sacral chakra has to do with like security in yourself, and also that kind of like sexual awareness, where it's not that it's neither, it has a neutral element. It's neither bad nor good. It's part of your energy pattern, and you can choose to be afraid of that energy, or you can choose to be in your truth about it and balanced in it. And I almost expect to see the Queen of Wands with that kind of energy, or the Empress, or if we're dealing with these swords, I would expect the High Priestess. Let's see what's on the bottom. Yeah, she's nowhere nearby at all. Interesting. Yeah. And just, you know, pulling through the rest of the deck, not finding anybody, but the Queen of Pentacles is sort of far away, but not. It's like the balance of what's happening is resting purely in masculine energy. Now, everyone has masculine and feminine energy, so you know, you could be trying to resolve something in yourself, but if you're in a position, whether you're male or female, where you are the feminine in your relationship, it's like you need to stay in your own truth about your identity, like materially, emotionally, mentally, and sexually, while the masculine energy gets sort of through this energy gauntlet. There's different astrological, planetary energy, electrical phases that affect different energies differently. And I remember from my card of the day around like February, like when January, February, when I first started doing them, that there was a lot of work being done on masculine energy, but this is kind of like, this is sort of like the final exam, really. It's like a huge shift in like attitude and perspective. And it's not necessarily going to happen for everybody. It's like if you're able to pick up on and resonate with these energies, you'll be able to level up very rapidly, because again, it's like the eye of the needle. There's already stuff going on. There's more stuff going on between the 15th and the 19th, and then this swords truth fire bottleneck on the 17th is going to push it even further. Okay, so that's it for this. If you want to get a personal reading, check me out here. I have all the contact information, list of readings, list of art items, and other stuff. All that's going to be in the description box of my infomercial video, which is linked below this one. In my playlists, I do have a playlist that's sample readings, so you can see what the readings are going to look like. If you're going to donate to my channel, that's paypal.me/CATtheMinion. I also have Cash App and Venmo. Those are both CATtheMinion as well. You can find me at these other locations. If you have any questions and whatnot, that's thecatcamebackatcamp@gmail.com. It's one word there. Stay groovy, and we'll see you later. Bye.